What's up, what it do, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ree. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn them notification bells on and give this video a big thumbs up. And make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram. So I'm back with another video, and in today's video is sponsored by Rosalind. I'm using their gel polish kit. So in this gel polish kit, it's a bunch of different neon glow in the dark colors. And y'all, look at my bunny nails that I did for Easter. I know y'all seen those already, but they are so cute. So I'm going to try to make my nails match these nails. And if you want to see the video, the card will be up on the top towards the right, so make sure you go check that video out. So Rosalind, we're gonna go see what you're working with. So these are 6 ml. You get a 10 piece, and it has all the ingredients and things like that, caution, and you get 7 free products, and it's just telling you everything you need to know. We're not gonna read it. So we have here all the neon colors. Y'all, I didn't already use these, but we just go get into it. So I have a top coat, you got a matte coat, you got a primer, and you got a base coat. So that's if you want to do your natural nails, you would use the primer and the base coat. And let's go ahead and see what these polishes are hitting for. So let's go ahead and open this. And how y'all been doing? I've been doing great. I hope y'all been doing well. I'm trying to get more content out, as I always say, because your girl's going up. But this right here is Rosalind's gel polish. It's for nail extensions. I didn't show you all how to use this in this video, but I will put the card up top so you can click on that card to see how to use this. But right now I'm going to show y'all some preparation. I'm using my sander band bit, and I'm just going to go ahead and get all the dead skin and natural oils off my nail bed so that my nails would not lift. You want to make sure you put this on a low speed, especially if you have really thin nail beds or your client have really thin nail beds, because you don't want to burn your nail bed. Well, the nail plate, it'll burn your nail bed. You don't want to make the nail plate too thin. So I'm just, going over certain spots that I see, and I have it on a very low speed, but you want to make sure you rough that nail up pretty good so that everything can stick to your nail plate. So yeah, my nails are pretty thin because I'm always doing content. And I'm just going to do this to each and every one of my nails and make sure that I do this with precaution and with care. So you see me starting from the cuticle area and just working my way up to the tip. And as I was saying before, your girl on the road to 14K. I'll probably be at 14K once the video is posted. But I am so happy. I just want to thank each and everybody for subscribing, sharing my videos, and liking and watching. Like, it's just only up from here. Like 20K, then 100, then 1,000,000, then we just up. We just up. I'm so excited. But back to the nails. So now that I'm done prepping, I'm going to use my makeup brush to dust off all the dust, and I'm using this cuticle ball. If you all watch me before, I always use this cuticle ball to push my cuticle areas back. I like to clean up the cuticle area because the cuticle area is the most important thing when you're laying anything on top of nails, from gel polish to hard gels to acrylic, SNS, whatever you use. You want to make sure the cuticle area is clean of cuticle and skin and residue and oils. So I like to push it back with that and clean that up back there. And if you don't use a cuticle ball, you can use other stuff. You could push your cuticle back with a cuticle pusher and clean up back there, dehydrator, whatever. But always touch the cuticles because that's the most important, or you will continuously have lifting problems. And we don't want that. We don't want that. Cuticles and primers is the number two things that you want to have down pat when it comes to doing nails if you're going to be a professional nail tech. Okay, so now that I'm done prepping, I spray my hands with alcohol. That is my dehydration agent. They sell dehydrator in a bottle, but I feel like it's a waste of money because you could just use alcohol because it would dry the nail beds. So this is how everything looked once I put the tips on and I have laid the product with no fouling. So we're going to get into e-fouling. Excuse me, y'all. I didn't turn it to mush mouth and got tongue tied. I am using a fine bit to straighten up these nails and get rid of all the lumps and bumps and thin them out a little bit because I want them to look a little bit more natural since they are shorter. And I like to start with the cuticle area on a low speed and just, clean it up just a little bit. You don't want to get all the way on your cuticle area because you will cut yourself unless you're using a safety bit, which is like rounded at the tip and it prevents you from cutting your skin when you're down that low. So like I like to go from side to side, look down the barrel of the nail and get each angle so that everything is straight and even. And by the way, I forgot to mention I'm using my non-dominant hand. So things are a little bit more harder for me to, get these nails together, but I didn't been doing this for so long that it has became a little bit more easier. But like I said, every time I use my other hand, which is not the hand that I use with daily life, I like to have my drill on a low speed. So keep that in mind if you're doing both hands and you're not so used to using your non-dominant hand. So this is going to take a little bit of time. So I just wanted to show y'all just one or two nails on how I found this. And I'm just looking, like I said, in each area to make sure that I get all the lumps and bumps. And also when you're using your other hand, you want to make sure that you do not put too much product. You don't want to overpower with product because at the end of the day it's going to take you 10 times longer to fix your nails because you have longer filing time and you're just struggling to get your nails to the shape that you want them to be and to look good. So you want to make sure you use less product than you would with your other hand, the hand that you would use daily, which is your dominant hand. And as you all see, I'm making sure that I'm using my ring finger and my pinky finger, especially my pinky finger, as a support because that will help you out a whole bunch because you don't want to struggle, especially when you're not used to using that hand. So make sure you use that as a support. Even when doing it with your hand that you use on the daily, you still need that pinky or that ring finger for support. It just makes things a lot easier and steady. So these are the nails once they're fouled and buffed. They look so good and natural. I love this pink look. Rosalind, you did your thing with those. So we're going to pull out our colors now. So let's go ahead and look at the colors. I'm going to just show y'all each one and every color. I'm not going to show you the matte and the primer or the top coat or whatever. So I'm just going to pick some colors also that is going to match my nails. So right now, as I was saying though, I'm just going to show you all the colors so you can see what they look like. And these colors, like I said before, they glow in the dark. This yellow, that was so pretty. Like I wanted to use that so bad. The yellow and that pink, y'all see that pink in a minute. But I'm like, it's just gonna throw my other hand off. So I have to stick with the color scheme. And then I just showed y'all the purple. This is the green. That green is really pretty also. All these colors was pretty, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie. As I mentioned before, I opened these already, so y'all see the colors that I already used. I used the pink and the green. That pink is so popping. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That pink is everything, and that's my favorite color. That blue is really, really nice too. I like how deep it is. And then we have another blue, and it's more of like a baby sky blue that is amazing also. I really love all these colors, so it was kind of like hard for me to pick which colors to use on my nails. So we just gonna go ahead and use this baby blue, and I probably throw some purple and pink in there since my nails have that color. I should have put some green, but I decided not to. Well, let's get into this. So, when you're using your non dominant hand, you want to make sure you're very steady and use that pinky as a holder. You want to make sure you're very steady when polishing the cuticle area. You don't want to get too close. You want to move a little slower than normal, and you kind of want to not push so hard on your brush. So just lightly polish it. It might take you a lot longer to polish it, but it'll look good and it won't look like, oh, who did this? So yeah, that's how you get that on there. And then I like to wipe the tip of it off, like the very tip of it off, because I don't want it to look too thick on the edge. And I just showed y'all the other two colors that I use to mix up and make that pink right here on top of that rhinestone container, and I just mix a little bit of pink and purple. Here in my hand, I have spiderweb gel. This is white spiderweb gel. Excuse the bottle. For some reason, all the spiderweb gel seems to leak out the side of the bottle, and then they're so hard to open, but I managed to get it open. Like, y'all see how sticky that is? It just stuck to my thumb. Like, you want to make sure you use gloves or something when you're playing with this spider gel, or just be very careful. No matter how many times you clean out the sides of the bottle, it's still just going to leak out, and I don't understand why. So I like to use like a pen like or a daughter tool to play with my spider gel and just like do different designs and put it on a nail. It's very stringy, so you can reach it from the bottom to the top of the nail, or if you want to swirl it around, you can do whatever with this. I really, really love this spider gel stuff. My clients also love it too. So it's just something different to do. I'm just going to do it on these two nude nails. Oh, and by the way, when doing this spider gel, you want to make sure before you cure the nail, you wipe off the excess spider gel that is around the finger, because it's going to get on their finger. Like, it's no way of really stopping that. So you want to make sure you wipe that off so it doesn't cure on their skin. And for the ones who are here for just everything and not just nails, I will be doing extra content of vlogging and eating again. So this is going to be mixture of everything, because as it says, my lifestyle, because I was just going to change my name to Sherice the Nail Tech, but I decided that I want to do just more than nails. So stay tuned for other things than nails if you're here for a variety of things. Luckily, they gave me the option to use clear or matte, and I'm going with matte. This matte is everything, and plus I have matte on my other nails, so I'm like, okay, I have to add matte somewhere, because at first I was going to make it clear, but I'm just going, not clear, but glossy. So I'm just going to make the blue ones gloss and leave the two nude ones with the design matte. And right now I'm just matting those two middle fingers, and I'm doing that before I put my design on these nails, because you can't cover stones with matte, and plus I wanted my flowers to be gloss since my blue nails were going to be gloss. Now I'm just using a very small dotting tool to create my flowers. I'm just doing basic flowers. So you just want to, however big you want them, you can use whatever size dotting tool, but make sure they're close, but not too close to where they flood and leak each other. You can't see the circles anymore. So I'm just creating 5 petals, and I'm going to leave the opening for rhinestones. So I decided to just do pink and blue flowers. I just, because they're short, I don't want too much going on them. So I was going to add green, but I'm like, I could have made some petals, but at this point, I kind of got a little tired. So I just was like, okay, I'll put 2 flowers on each nail. So I'm just doing the same thing with the blue as I did with the pink flower. And if you have any questions on how to do things with your non-dominant hand, far as nails, just let me know, or even just writing, because I know how to write with my other hand also. It's pretty easy. It just takes practice. And if it's anything that I left out that you would like to know, comment below and let me know. So I did the rhinestones off camera, and this is how they turned out. Oh my god, I used some caviar beads also. These are just so pretty and just simple. Like, I really really like it. Thank you, Rosalind, for sponsoring this video. I hope you all enjoy, and these colors pop so good when they glow in the dark. Like, this blue pops so good when they glow in the dark. And I put my hands in the light to make it pop even more. And I also had did my toes with this because it was just so pretty and just vibrant. But if you would like some of their products, make sure you check it out in the description box below. See you all in the next video. Love you. Peace. Mwah.